Dan Illman along with Matt Bernier kicking off the late pick 5 at Santa Anita on Saturday. It's the Grade 3 Santa Ysabel Stakes, and this Kentucky Oaks points race is presented by DRF Bets. $200 free bet, no deposit required. DRF.com/join. Promo code FREEBET09. DRF Bets presents all of the stakes coverage this weekend here on DRF.com. Let's take a look at the field for the Santa Ysabel. We're expecting some wet weather, and this might impact the race. Bob Baffert waffling a bit as to whether Dream Tree would compete if the track is wet. If she does compete, it'll be the third time that Dream Tree and Midnight Bisou have faced each other. Dream Tree has won both outings, but by a lip both times.
Yeah, and maybe I'm just out in left field, but there's a part of me that thinks that Midnight Bisou is just better than Dream Tree is, and I know that she's 0 for 2 thus far, but Dream Tree just has not taken any major steps forward from a speed figure standpoint, which is a little bit alarming to me. I understand maybe she's just been miles the best, but at a certain point, you need to jump your game up. You need to move faster than you have. To date, she hasn't done that, and I'm going to be a little bit disappointed if they don't run on Saturday because I want to try to beat her. But
she does have that winning experience around 2 turns, and the 2 other main contenders in this race have done the bulk of their work sprinting. Maybe that equals things out, but I tend to agree with you about Dream Tree. I think that Midnight Bisou has run every bit as well, if not even better, in losing both of those decisions sprinting, and she finally got away from Dream Tree last time out in the Santa Ynez, and I really liked that performance. I mean, she was basically 4-5 path all the way around the backstretch. And then once she made the front, she drew away from those overmatched foes, and she got a fig for that race in 89. Are you concerned about the distance?
No, initially when I was starting to watch her run, I was like, well, maybe she's just going to be a one-turn horse, and maybe she still will be. But the way that she finished, she galloped out well. I like the fact, too, that in that Santa Ynez, she broke, she was pressing the pace, and then on the far turn, she relaxed a little bit. She let them go away, and then she came on with another run. I don't want to say it was 2 full moves, but it was nice to see that she can shut off. I think the world of her. I think right now, between her and Dream Tree, those are the 2 top horses for the Kentucky Oaks right now, I think.
Both of those favorites on the morning line have versatile running styles. They'll probably be in stalk mode, and we'll see from the Timeform U.S. pace projector that the other Baffert is expected to make the front, even with the blinkers coming off. That's the 4:13 squared, who is the pace setter in the Las Fortunas, and Dream Tree just blew her doors off on the turn. She's a target right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, right now, she seems like nothing more than a pacemaker in this spot. I can't imagine her turning the tables on her uncoupled stablemate.
Would you send the 2 Spring Lily, a very impressive gate-to-wire winner going 6.5 furlongs in her seasonal debut? She's inside of 13 squared. You could argue she's just as fast naturally as 13 squared. And I'm not sure I would want to fool around raiding in behind horses getting to the outside. If you believe she can make the lead, she is the inside speed.
I would wait and see what happens with the other Baffert horse, but if you can clear off, that would be ideal. I don't think distance is a problem for her at pedigree at face value, and the fact that John Sheriff's got her to show that big speed in the first start, I think that's a good positive sign.
Sheriffs knows how to place these horses, as we see from this formulator fact over the past 5 years. Last out maiden winning 3-year-olds on dirt, winning 25% of the time, a $3.08 return on investment. This horse very impressive by Belmont Stakes winner Union Rags. You'd think the 1 1/16 is within her scope. Let's not completely discount the number 1, One Fast Broad. She is a perfect 3 for 3 on dirt. She has also run some nice races without winning on the turf. Her speed figures on dirt are a little bit light. Give her some pace, though, and she's going to come with a run. I'm just not sure she gets enough pace in this spot.
I think the Connections would be thrilled if she came with a run and could get a piece in here, if nothing more, because I thought that most recent run on the turf was fine, and I kind of feel like turf is actually her best game, not necessarily dirt. If she comes and can get a piece, I think they'll be happy.
Sweet Song of the Nile completes the field. This barn has done some nice work with this horse, Sweet Song of the Nile. A winner 2 starts back, but it was at a big price over a Tapeta surface. She's drying dirt for the first time. I'm worried maybe she'll be outrun early.
Yeah, if she's outrun on synth, she's outright on turf. I have a hard time seeing a scenario where the same doesn't happen on dirt.
Top picks for the Grade 3 Santa Ysabel, an important Kentucky Oaks points race. You're going with Spring Lily, 4-1 on the morning line for a very talented and upwardly mobile daughter of Union Rags.
Yeah, I want 5-1 is what I pegged her at. I think 4 is a little bit on the light side because I think the big 2 are strictly the horses to beat. I'm not comparing the 2. But I think there's a little bit of Spring Lily anyway, or a little bit of Paradise Woods in Spring Lily, where she went out there first time 2 turns, just blitzed the field against better horses. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Abel Tasman was in there, and she's probably more talented than Paradise Woods is. Maybe this is an instance where if she just goes off to the front and the other two are coming off the bridle a little bit, maybe that's all the difference in the world. I don't think pedigree is going to be a problem. Distance shouldn't be an issue. I'll take her at 5-1 or better.
Midnight Bisou's connections, I bet, have lost a lot of sleep about those first 2 races against Dream Tree, and I'm sure are very excited to get another chance at Dream Tree. She's run some fast races, Midnight Bisou, in her last 2, especially that last one. It'll be interesting to see how far she ultimately wants to go. I think the 1 1/16 is within her scope. I think she could turn the tables on Dream Tree. I'm going 3-2-6 in the Grade 3 Santa Ysabel, kicking off the pick 5, the late pick 5 at the Great Race Place on Saturday. If you're playing that wager, please consider DRF Bets. A $200 free bet with no deposit required is available for new signups. DRF.com/join. Promo code FREEBET09. Approximate post time for the Santa Ysabel, 3 o'clock Pacific. Best of luck.